America. Right. Hey, hi guys. Hello. I've been talking to myself all this time. Hi, how are you guys doing? Great. No, Vibhor. No, I will introduce myself. In fact, I will introduce myself so well today that you will never forget me. How are you guys doing? Hi. Great, great. Hello. Hi, Adarsh. Hi, Bhushadar. Anuj, hello. Got your message. Great. I'll do that. Hi, Jagrati. It has started now. Yes, hi. Muskan, hello. Vijay, hi. Vijay, I hope you were able to understand the solutions that I've sent you for the questions that you asked. I hope that was helpful. Hi, Aju. Hi, Nitin. Hello, Shahid. Good evening. Nitin, hello. Good evening. Hi, Prince. Dinesh. Dinesh, I think it's been a long time we've seen you. Where were you, buddy? Yeah, Jagrati started, right? Started. नहीं विभोर नहीं no 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 introduction तो देंगे ही देंगे right so a quick introduction a little bit about myself my name is Amit Surana I am from Chennai and I am an aeronautical engineer I've been training people on quantitative aptitude for over 5 years now and I've helped over 2 lakh students achieve what they always have dreamt of if you haven't started sharing this on your social media platform guys your Facebook Instagram Twitter wherever start doing it spread the word let people know what you're doing and let people know what Amit Surana is also doing so if you're planning on doing it please do not forget to use hashtag cat live daily and if you're doing it on Instagram then don't forget to tag me either my Instagram ID is Surana live great hi so if there's anyone who hasn't already joined the community that we have on Telegram, yes, please download the Telegram app. Use this URL tinyurl.com backslash Unacademy chat. This will redirect you to the group. This will add you to the group where already over 250 people are a part of it. And there's one thing common among all these 250 people that all of them have one dream, one goal to be achieved that is nothing but cracking cat. Yes, though their numbers, though the intensity of their dreams are different, but then everyone wants to do one thing stomp cat 2020. Yes, use that as a ladder, use that as a step up to achieve your personal goals, your professional goals, everything. Yes, great. Hi. So what I have for you guys today is the second part of ratios and proportions. We are going to continue where we left yesterday. Yesterday we looked at the basics of ratios. Yes, how different questions can be asked, what would be your different approaches, how would you modify your approach or modify your formula or whatever, right? How would you change your perspective with regards to every question? That's what we had looked yesterday. We've also looked at a few examples as well. Yes. Now, let me remind you the aim of the session. The aim of the session is to get you acquainted with the concept. It is not enough for you to crack CAT. Do you understand? So this session or the previous session, which I call it the understanding the concept session. Yes. So the understanding the concept session is only to get you acquainted with the topic. That's it. Yes. The actual CAT questions we deal afterwards. Yes, so after today's session, from tomorrow, we would have actual CAT questions that are related to ratios and proportions. Yes, so we'll be looking at questions from 2017, 18, and 19. Yeah, so are you guys ready? Are you guys super stoked? Please let me know if you're excited for today's session. If you are excited to start with the first concept that we have in the back today. Are you all ready? Hi Anil, first session, great, superb. Hello Kirtan, I'm doing amazing. Ajju nahi haircut nahi, but thoda sa little makeover just at home, anything that was possible. Great. Thank you for noticing though. Yeah, I thought nobody would come to know, but then yeah. Hello everyone. Hi Kanha. Hi Abhinandan. Hello Ishita. Great. Welcome to the session, Asta. Hi Shilpa. Hello, so let's begin. Anil, this is your first session. Great, Anil. Welcome to your first session, and mine. I guess this would be the 22nd or the 23rd session on Unacademy CAT. Great. So what we've already looked at, guys, are different concepts. We've looked at where ratio proportions also play an important role, right? We've looked at percentages. We've looked at profit and loss, time and work, time, speed, distance, majorly mixtures, allegations, and averages, right? That's one place where ratios play a very important role. Yes. But what we are looking at in this session or the previous session, what we looked at were questions that are specific to ratios and proportions. Yes, questions that are directly attacking or directly making you encounter ratios and proportions and its concept in a more straightforward way. That's what we looked at. Yes, great. So let's begin. What we are going to talk about right now is proportion. Proportion is nothing but just an extended form of ratio. Yes, when you say two entities are proportionate to each other, so if you say that the ratio of two different ratios are proportionate to each other, all you mean is that the ratios are equal. Yes, so when I say A is to B is proportional to, right? So this is the term that we use, right? This is the symbol that we use to show proportional. So if A is to B is proportional to C is to D, that basically means that A is to B is the same as C is to D. Yeah, that means nothing but A over B is the same as C over D. Yes, very basic concept. Yes, something that will help us deal with a lot of questions, right? So A by B is the same as C by D. Yes, so the ratios are equal, right? The other way around also works here, which means B by A would be the same as D by C. Yes, you can exchange these places wherever you want to, right? I can say that D by B, yes, D by B is equal to C by A also. Yes. So anyway, you can crisscross, you can take inverse, whatever, right? But the main idea is what, that the fractional value of these two ratios are the same. Yes, they are equal, right? And another thing that will be very helpful here is the cross multiplication, right? So if you're given three entities out of four, right? Three ratios out of four or three entities out of four, and the fourth ratio has been asked to you, or any one of these ratios are asked to you, you can always cross multiply these. Yes, A into D would be equal to B into C. Yeah, or in other terms we call these as the extremes. Yes, these are called the extremes. A and D are called the extremes, and B and C are called the mean ratio. Yes, mean ratio is nothing but the ones in the middle, right? Just different names has no importance in a question and all, right? But then something that will help you answer some questions, right? It's just the basic of proportions. Yes. Let's have a look at an example. Are you ready for an example, guys? Can you quickly let me know if you want an example on proportion? Right, Anil, like I said, we've already seen five topics, right? This is our sixth. We've already seen percentages, we've seen profit loss, mixtures, allegations, time and work, and time, speed, distance. So this is last but one topic from the arithmetic area. All right, so from the arithmetic section, this is the last. We only have simple interest, compound interest left, which would probably take us a day's time, right? So if you're planning on, starting again, then what I'd suggest is watch the previous videos when you have the time. Yeah, but do not miss out the live videos. Yes, because there's nothing better than sessions taken live one-on-one, right? So it's better doing it this way. So what I'd want you to do is stick to the schedule. Yes, every day 6:30 to 8 is when I come. Yes, 6:30 is when I start, right? So you can come live every day, but on during the other times, right? During the other time, you can watch the previous videos, right? Great. So here is a question, very simple, very straightforward, does not require any specific concept or any specific idea and all that, right? Just to help you get in get on the track, right? To get your momentum started. A simple question here. Yes, So the importance of the proportionate sign is what we're talking about here, right? So if I say 4 is to 3 is proportional to 5 is to x, what is x? A very simple question. Yeah. So how would you answer this? How would you answer this? Quick, anyone who can say what the answer to this question is? Vibhor, Vibhor, 15 by 4 is not 3.5. भैया कैलकुलेटर के बहुत याद आ रही है आपको. 15 by 4 is not 3 पाचा बदल दिया, हटा दिया. Very good. 3.75, of course. Great, superb guys. Very simple question, very straightforward question. Yes. So what do you have to do? You do not now have to write in terms of fractions, because you know product of extremes must be equal to the product of the mean values, right? Which means 4 times x would be 3 times 5, that is 15. Or in other terms, x is 15 by 4. Something that's very straightforward, something that we can directly do it. 15 by 4, when you have to do, all you have to do is what? Divide 15 by 2 twice. So half of 15 is 7.5, half of 7.5 is what? 3.75. Yes, this will avoid you actually dividing some numbers. This will also avoid getting trapped in wrong calculations. Yes, very simple question. Or the other way around, what you can do is look at the ratio here, right? So you know that 4 by 3, yes, 4 is to 3 basically is what? 25% reduced from here. Do you agree? 25% less. If I reduce 25% of 4, I get 3. So all I have to do here also is what? Reduce 25%. That's it. So 5's 25% is what? 5 by 4 would be how much? 1.25, right? 5 by 4 is what? 5 by 2, that is 2.5. 2.5's half is 1.25. So if I remove this from 5, what would I get? 3.75. Yes, so anything that will fetch you the answer, anything that you think you are strong at, you can work on that. Yeah, you can also go for this. You can also go for the relation between the first ratios, that is 4 and 5. Yes, 4 and 5, what is happening? If you see 4 and 5, again what's happening? There is an increase in 25%. Do you see 4's 25%? If I increase, I get 5, correct? So 3's 25% is what? 0.75. So if I increase 25% of 3, I would get what? 3.75. Yes. Yeah, so these are just simple ways in which you can answer a question without really using a pen, right? So if you can do it mentally, there's nothing better than that. Yes, great. Acha, ठीक है, no issues, no issues. Before I was just pulling your leg. Okay, great. Shahid, of course, we'll work on that. I'll let you know when we have a session on speed math, but we will surely have one. Yeah, great. So this was a very basic question, very simple. Now let's go a little bit advanced. Here is a question again. I said little bit advanced, not CAT level advanced. Okay, CAT level questions, we will directly deal with CAT questions so that we understand what kind of questions are asked and how should our advanced preparation on CAT should be. Yes. Otherwise, I can pick up any random question and say कि ये कार्ड लेवल का है, but then अगर ये ऐसा question नहीं पूछा गया है, if they do not ask a question like that, then it's pointless, right? Yeah. So where are you guys? Have you looked at this question? Have you come up with an answer here? So the question says what the ratio of the salaries of A and B is proportional to the ratio of the salaries of B and C. Yes. So start with the information that's given to you. So A and B salary is proportionate or is proportional to B and C salary. All right. Okay. If the product of the salaries of A and C is 62,500, so AC is given to us as 62,500. The question is asking B's salary. Can you quickly let me know what would be B's salary here? Yes, 250 rupees. Great, 250 rupees it is. Super. Hi Rushil, no issues, no issues if you've joined in late. Just try to catch up with where we are right now. Yeah, correct, Prince. Correct, Aditi. Hi, Lohia. Hi, Ritu. Okay, Ritu, correct. 250 is right. Rishika, 250 is right. Yes, so what is happening here? Yeah, we're back on track. We're back on track. So what's happening here? Yeah, so A into C, that is nothing but the extremes, right? Now, what do we know? The product of the extremes is the same as product of the mean terms. Product of mean terms is what? B square. B into B is B square. So B square is 62,500, which means B would be how much? Square root of that. Now, how do you pick up the square root? Here, the square root of 62,500, what you can do is square root of 625. Yes, 625 is nothing but 25 square, right? So how can you actually quickly check is if you were to find out square of 25, take the last number 5, square it, that is 25. What is the next number after 2? 2 after 2 comes 3. 2 3 times is 6. Yes, so 25 square is what? 625. Yeah, this is just to check. So to actually figure out where this number stands, right? You can remove two zeros because you know that 10, any number ending with 10, if it's squared, then it will end with what? Two zeros, correct? जैसे कि 10 square is what? 100 square. Yes, 10 square is what? 100. Yeah. So you can let this go. You know this number will end with a 0. Now what's the number remaining? 625. Yes. So this ends with 5. If it ends with 5, you know it has to be a number that ends with 5. Yes, its square root should also end with 5. Look at the number of digits. There are 3 digits, which means the square root should have at least 2 digits, right? Because the smallest, right? The smallest one digit number is what? 9. 9 square is what? 81. Yes, so 2 digit hi hota hai, which means if it's a 3 digit number, it has to be at least 3 digits long. Yes, correct. At least 2 digits long, my bad. Yeah. And 625. So look at the previous number, right? Look at 20. 20 square is what? 400. 30 square would be what? 900. So my number lies between these two, which means it has to be what? 25 square. Yes, just a quick way of getting the answer. Yeah, so 25 square is 625, which means our answer is what? 250. Simple question, just helping you out with the calculation. Yes, how would you do if at all this number were more complex? How would you deal with the square? Yes. Guys, can you quickly check and let me know अगर ये अभी भी अटक रहा है? Is it still getting stuck, guys? अभी भी बफर हो रहा है क्या? Yeah, I guess it's working fine now, right, Vibhor? What do you think? अभी Yeah, this has been an issue for a long time. It's not with me, but generally also. अब सही है. Okay, great, super. Yeah. So this is how you would deal with questions from proportions, right? Proportion का idea क्या? What's the base idea of proportion? That you'll have to ensure that you'll have to make sure that whatever are the two ratios, yes, whatever are the two ratios, their fractional value should remain the same. Simple as that. Yes. ओके अनुज, अगर अगर क्वेश्चन ए सी फाइंड करने का होगा तो बी स्क्वायर दिया होगा या बी का वैल्यू दिया होगा, राइट? इन दिस क्वेश्चन, सिमिलर क्वेश्चन, इफ दे हैव गिवन अस द वैल्यू ऑफ बी दैट इज 250, तब तो हो गया ना. बी का वैल्यू 250 दिया है, बी स्क्वायर हो गया 62,500. यस, दैट मीन्स बी स्क्वायर एंड ए सी आर द सेम. ए सी का वैल्यू आ गया 62,500. सिंपल क्वेश्चन. These questions are very simple. The base, the reason behind it or the idea behind it is just to help you refresh this, right? ये ऐसे मत सोचना कि सर क्या इतना इजी क्वेश्चन कैट में आता है, नहीं आता है, ऑफ कोर्स नहीं आता है, राइट? और ये सिर्फ अपना मेमोरी रिफ्रेश करने के लिए, ठीक है? या Yeah, Siddharth. Yes. Okay, guys. Anyone from the coastal side, especially towards the west, yes, please ensure that you are safe. Yes. I know it's been raining crazy. Hasn't been raining in Chennai, but then it's been windy, right? For the last couple of days, it's been extremely windy. Yeah. Okay, great. So just ensure that you are safe. Yes, especially in a situation like that. Okay, great. Moving on. So that was proportion for us, right? Now what I will put on the screen for you guys, right? What I'll put on the screen for you guys is a quick challenge. Yes, so I'm gonna put up a quick challenge, yeah, and I'll give you 30 seconds of time. Yeah, a quick challenge, very very common challenge. Yes. Yeah, so if you have, yeah, what, okay, yeah, getting back to what I was talking, so I'll put up a challenge on the screen, yes, and I'll leave you to answer that challenge in about 30 seconds, yes, and after that I'd want you to let me know what the solution to the challenge is, right? Now this particular challenge that I'm going to post up is more towards logical than mathematical, so this will help us, relax a little bit. Yes, are you all ready? Yeah, I meant east, of course. Did I say west? I meant east. Why did I say west? I am from southeast. I don't know why I said west, but anyway, yeah. अच्छा, अभी बोल राजस्थान में मस्त बैठे हो? अच्छा, राजस्थान में भी बारिश हुई थी थोड़े दिन पहले. Anyway, okay. So here is the challenge, guys. 30 seconds on the clock. Let's see if you can quickly give me the answer to this. Yes. So the challenge is very simple. There are three bulbs inside a room. The room is completely concealed. There are three switches outside the room. Each bulb is connected to each switch, but you do not know which bulb is connected to which switch. Yes. The question is with only one attempt. That is, you can turn on the switches how many ever times you want to, but you can enter the room only once. Yes. So with only one attempt, you have to identify which switch is connected to which bulb. Yes. Can you guys quickly tell me? You have 10 more seconds left. Girish, no, when I say attempt, what I mean is you can turn on the switches any number of times. Switches go on off, whatever you want to do any number of times. But attempt means what? You can only enter the room. You can only look inside the room once. Yes. हाँ, see guys, the यहाँ पे focus क्या है? The focus is you have to find out which bulb. तो I'll give you an example. ठीक है, एक room है. There is a closed room. There are three bulbs in it. Yes, there is a closed room. There are three bulbs in it. Room के बाहर, outside the room, there is a switchboard where there are three switches. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Now, 1, 2, and 3 कौन से bulb से connected है? You do not know. But one thing you know is what? That each switch is connected to one bulb. Yes, the idea here is what? You can press these buttons, these switches any number of times, but you can look inside the room. तो room बंद है, ठीक है? Room बंद है, दरवाजा locked है, right? You can enter the room only one time. रूम के अंदर देखना या रूम के अंदर जाना सिर्फ एक बार ही अलाउड है, राइट? बट यू हैव टू फिगर आउट तीनों स्विच कौन से बल्ब से कनेक्टेड है। तो इसको ए बी सी ले लो। Astha, very nice. Astha's answer is right. Super. So Vibhor, what you're saying is that you are faster than electricity. Are you Barry Allen? What are you, Flash? Quicksilver, kya ho tum? Right. So here, okay, Girish. That's what. But the condition is what? With only one attempt. The condition is with only one attempt, you have to turn it on. Yeah, correct. Anil being the engineer, that is, Anil, I'm assuming you are engineer, I don't know. Yes, probably from Triple E or Easy. Yeah, so here the concept relies upon this assumption that a bulb gets warmed up after being lit for a while. So what you do is, ये पहले on करेंगे, this you will turn on, yes, probably for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depending upon the kind of bulb, yes. So if it's a normal filament, a bulb like this, if it's a bulb like this, then you'd probably need just 2 minutes to, get it warm. If you have the CFL one, then probably a little longer, and LED है तो और time लगेगा, right? So you turn it on for probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes, yes. Then you turn it off. ठीक है? Then what you do is turn the second switch on. Yes, after turning the second switch on, all you have to do is what? Enter the room. Yes, whichever bulb is glowing, let's say A is glowing, which means A का switch कौन सा है? 2. Now between B and C, you have to use the temperature. Yes, whichever is warm. I cannot say hot, like hot is, I don't know, depending upon the kind of bulb again, right? Filament वाले bulb बहुत ज़्यादा गर्म हो जाते हैं, right? So whichever is warm will be the first one. So if B is warm, then B was connected to the first one. Ultimately, जिस switch को हाथ नहीं लगाया और जिस bulb पे neither the bulb is warm, neither is it turned on, that will be third switch. Yeah, super. Correct, Vijay. Yes, superb. Yeah, Nikki. Yeah, something similar to that. Yes, correct. That's it. Yeah, Girish, correct. Room has air conditioner. एक काम करो, fridge में बैठ जाओ फिर. Okay, I was kidding. Yeah, those are just conditions. This is also just a condition, right? What if this is a bulb that doesn't get heated up at all? Like, the new ones, the new LEDs that we get, they hardly get heated up, right? So then what would you do? But this was just to, relax a little bit, right? Okay. Yeah, okay, great. So let's move on to variation then. Right? What do we mean by variation? Yes, when one entity, acha, yeah, thank you so much, Hemant, for reminding. Yes, guys, a quick sip, probably for the bulbs that we've figured out. Yes, and to us being able to answer that very silly question, I understand, but yeah, cheers to us. Yeah, I know, guys. Yeah, assumptions. Acha, Prince, you already knew it. Very nice. So nice of you to not let it out before people could try. Very nice. Great. Okay. So now let's get back to variation, right? Let's look at variation. Yes. Again, not a very, very commonly tested question type, but then still, yes, we do see some questions here and there from variation as well, right? So when I say directly proportional, so if I say two terms are directly proportional, right? So let's take examples of something that we are aware of. Yes, for example, distance is equal to what? Speed over time. Yes, distance is what? Speed into time. Yes, speed times time. Yeah. Here, if I were to say two terms are directly proportional, yes, if I were to say two terms are directly proportional, then what would it be? Distance and time. Yes, so I would say distance is directly proportional to time. Yeah. So distance is directly proportional to time. Now, what is the role of speed here then? What is the term used for speed? If these are variables, if these have some variation, then what is speed? Yes. Vijay, I think it's back on track. I think there's some issue with the server. Koi na, we're back on track. So when I say D and T are directly proportional, that is when D increases by some term, T also increases by that term. What does S stand for? Constant. Correct, Vibhor, right? So S stands for what? Constant, which we denote with the letter K. Yes. So any two terms that are directly proportional. So if I say A is directly proportional to B, that basically means that A has to be what? Equal to K times B, where K is a constant. Yes, K is something that does not change. Yeah. A lot of entities are predefined constants, right? Like the constant of gravity, yes, or this gravity G, or say density of some material, yes, density D, yes, all these are predefined constants. Yes, so there could be questions involving them also. You don't have to remember the values, I'm just giving you example. Yes, so these are constants, which means these never change. Yeah, but these are two values that would be variable to each other. Yes, so if this increases, this also increases, and the other way around. All right, super. Now, what about inversely proportional then? What about inversely proportional? So when I say two terms are inversely proportional, in this case, what I know, when distance is constant, speed and time are inversely proportional, correct? Or can I say speed? So let me use, yeah. So when I say speed is equal to distance by time, correct? Speed is equal to distance by time. I mean that speed is inversely proportional to time. What does that mean? That basically means that whenever speed increases, time would decrease, or whenever speed decreases, time would increase. Yeah. So here, this particular role played by distance here would be what in this case? The constant. Yes. So in this case, distance would be the constant. Got it? So whenever I say that two terms are inversely proportional, if A is inversely proportional to B, this basically means what? That A should be K by B, where K is a constant. Yes, something very standard, very basic. Yeah, got it? Yeah, could be anything, could be anything. Yes, could be, yeah, could be G, could be weight. Correct. Ujjwal, once again, okay, real quick. So let's take an example here. Okay, let's take an example. So if I say that in a particular situation, the weight. Yes, so I am saying that weight is directly proportional to the let's say the area, right? If weight is directly proportional to area, yes, and the constant here is let's say K. Yes. So I am saying what? When weight is 4 kilograms, the area is 2 meters square. Yeah, 8 meters square. Yes, so I'm saying what? When the weight is 4 kilograms, area is 8 meters square. Yeah, then what would be the value of K? So I know if they're directly proportional, then W would be what? K times A, correct? Yes. So this means what? 4 should be equal to what? K times 8. So what's the value of K here, guys? K is what? 1 by 2. Yes, got it. So K is what? 1 by 2. So now if the question is asking if the weight is say 10 kgs, if the weight is 10 kgs, then what should be the area? Yes, then what should be the area? Now in this case, what does it mean? It means that the constant will always remain the same. Yes, so for the new weight that is 10 kgs, this should be equal to what? K into whatever is the new area. Yes, what is K? K we know as 1 by 2. So what is the area then, guys? 20. Got it? Very simple example, I know. Just helping you get the. Yes. Got it? So this is when directly proportional. Inversely proportional, what would happen? Inversely proportional, what would happen? Whatever, yes, it would be the other way around. If something increases, then the other term would decrease. Yes. But again, the idea behind it is what? To identify what the constant is. Yes. Or to identify the relation using ratios. Any one of these. Yes. If I say weight and area is in the ratio 4 is to 8, or 2 is to 1 in that case, yes, sorry, 1 is to 2, then if the weight is 10 kgs, then what would be this? 20 kgs or 20 meters square in this case. Got it? Yes. Yeah. Any confusions here, guys? There is a problem in connection. रखो यार, चलो कोई नहीं, वापस बता देते हैं, राइट? और इनफैक्ट इवन बेटर एक एग्जांपल लेके करते हैं और अच्छे से समझ में आएगा, राइट? एक example, let's use an example to understand the relation between directly proportional and inversely proportional. Yes. So try out this example. The cost of a bag of sugar varies as the square of its weight. A bag of sugar weighing 20 kgs costs 4,800. Find the cost of a bag of sugar that weighs 8 kgs. That's the question. What is known to us? Cost of a bag, right? Cost is directly proportional to what? Not the weight directly, but square of its weight. Yes, W square. That means C must be equal to, cost must be equal to what? Constant into W. Given situation is what? 20 kgs is the weight, 4,800. So 4,800 should be equal to K into, so this is W square. What's W here? 20. Yes, 20 square or 400, whichever way. Yes, so 400K is 4,800. Then what is K? K would be 4,800 by 400, that is 12. Yes. So you figure out the value of the constant first. Yes. Use this constant in the next scene. Yes. What's the next scene? The question is asking what is the cost when the weight is 8 kgs. Yes. So weight cost is what we want. K into W square. That's what K's value is 12. I know. What is W? 8 given to us. So 8 square is 64. So 640 plus 128 is what? 768. Yes. So what's my answer? 768 rupees. Clear? Yeah. Hi Shivam. Hello. Yeah, very simple question. Very simple question. Yes. So here what you have to remember, is, yeah, yes. So here what you have to remember, you cannot directly use ratios, right? Because they are, the weight and the cost is not directly proportional, right? Weight and cost not directly proportional. Weight square and cost are directly proportional, right? So then when you use ratios, you would use what? 400 is to 4800 should be the same as what? 64 is to what? That's it. Clear? Yes. So this is what you would find out. Yeah. Another example, very simple question again. Yes, take some time, understand this. Let me know what you think about this question. Yeah. Parthasarthi, yeah, hi Parthasarthi. So see, I'll explain. Okay, let's do this question and I'll explain how this thing would work, right? Prateek sir, Amit sir, both doing, same concept but different perspectives. So we'll talk about that. Yes, please try and focus on this question first. Give me what answer you think is right. Yes, then we'll talk about it. Okay, don't worry. Right, correct, Ayush. Correct, 768. Great. Ritvik, how? Acha, you are still in the previous question. How did 64 come? Weight square. Weight is 8 kg given to us. That's why 64. Okay. Yeah. Any answers for this question, guys? Yeah, answers are coming in. Great. Superb, superb. Is it stuck? Okay, yeah. So what do we have here? We know that the total expense of running a hostel, right, at Harvard are partly fixed and partly varying linearly. Yes. Now, partly fixed, partly varying, okay, with the number of boarders. The average expense per boarder is $70 when there are 25 boarders. Yes, so what does it mean? It basically means that the expense, right, the total expense, let's call it E. Yes, this basically depends upon, so total expense, yes, per boarder would be what? E by B. Yes, so average expense is nothing but what? Yes, average expense is nothing but what? Some fixed value. Some fixed value plus a variable value, right? This varying value is what? With respect to the number of borders, which means this would be depending upon the number of borders. Got it? Yes. Now, what is told to us? What is told to us? The expense per border. Yes, the expense per border is what? $70. Yes, $70 when there's the same fixed amount. Yes, plus there are 25 borders. Yes, x plus y by 25. Are you getting it? Yes. So what does this mean? This basically means that x remains constant throughout. X remains fixed throughout. Yes. But y, the value of y remains same, but then this entire, right, this average keeps changing. Are you able to understand? Yes. Okay. So what do we know? We know that this is the case in the first one. In the second case, what do we know? $60. Yes, $60 is what? Again, the fixed expense. Yes, plus 50 borders, which means y by 50. Got it? Now, what do we have to find out? We have to find out what is the average expense per border when there are 100 borders. That means, yes, the value when we want the value of x plus we want y by 100. This is what we are looking for. Yeah. So now if we solve these two equations, what would we do? Subtract these two, right? Subtract these two, x would get cancelled out. 70 minus 60 is 10. Should be equal to what? Y by 25 minus y by 50 is what? Y by 50. Correct? If you take LCM, you would get 2y by 50. 2y by 50 minus y by 50 is y by 50. So the value of y is how much? 500. Yes. If the value of y is 500, then what should be the value of x? So just substitute in this. Yes, y by 50 would be 10 x, so x would be what? 50 then. Yes, just substitute this value here in this equation. So x is what? 50. Now what does the question ask? X plus y by 100, x is 50 plus what is y? 500. 500 by 100 is what? 5, which is how much? 55. Very simple question. Yes. Answer is option A, 55. Got it? Yes. Shivam, the session started at 6:30. Siddharth, the video is clear. Yeah, now there shouldn't be any issue. I just rectified everything. There shouldn't be any issue. We're going smooth. Yes, अब नहीं अटकेगा. Yeah, so okay, Astha, Rishika, Jagrati, have you understood this? Right, the answer is not 54 or 50, it is how much? 55. Clear? Any confusions here then? Yeah. Yeah, great, super. Okay, now answering Parthasarthi's question, right? So these are two different scheduled sessions, right? So Prateek sir takes in the afternoon. Yes, I take in the evening. That would be one reason. Yes, two different times. Whenever you guys are available, you can come. Right? Both would be teaching quant. Both would be teaching quant for CAT, of course. Yes, but the idea here is what? Different perspectives. Yes, so you would get different perspectives on the same concept. That's all that is. Yes, great. Anil, E by B. Are you asking what E by B means? E is expense. Expense. B is the number of borders. So this is just getting the average. Yes. Okay. Let's look at another question now. This is another question. Yes. Take your time. Answer this question right. Yes. Very simple question. Again, like I said, our aim here is to get comfortable with the concept. Yes, and then after that we will obviously start getting actual CAT questions. Yes, great. Jagrati, no, I don't think. Jagrati, I think it's on your end, because on my end everything seems very smooth. Can you check once? If you want, you can probably close this window, restart it, whatever that helps you. Okay. Here is a question that says, if the number of books printed by n minus 1 printers in x plus 1 hours Yes. Oh, so this is also x, my bad. This is x. What is the value of x? Yeah. If the number of books printed by x minus 1 printers in x plus 1 hours, yes, to the number of books printed by x plus 2 hours or x plus 2 printers in x minus 1 hours is in the ratio 9 is to 10. So what is the value of x is the question. करण, अच्छा करण, क्वेश्चन हिंदी में तो नहीं आ सकता, अगर आपको चाहिए मैं हिंदी में आपको समझा सकता हूँ क्वेश्चन। यहाँ पे दिया गया है कि देर आर x माइनस वन, तो x माइनस वन प्रिंटर्स हैं, ठीक है, x माइनस वन प्रिंटर्स हैं और ये x माइनस वन प्रिंटर्स x प्लस वन डेज में या x प्लस वन आवर्स में, तो x प्लस वन घंटों में यस कुछ किताबें प्रिंट करता है, ठीक है। क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है कि अगर x प्लस टू प्रिंटर्स हैं, अगर x प्लस टू प्रिंटर्स हैं, ठीक है, और अगर ये x प्लस टू प्रिंटर्स x माइनस वन घंटों के लिए काम कर रहा है, x माइनस वन घंटों के लिए काम कर रहा है, तो यहां पे जितनी किताबें प्रिंट होगी उतनी ही किताबें यहां पर भी प्रिंट होगी, ठीक है, दोनों में सेम किताबें प्रिंट होगी, ठीक है, सेम नंबर ऑफ बुक्स। तो यहां पे क्वेश्चन क्या पूछ रहा है, दे सेइंग, ओके सॉरी नहीं, रेशियो दिया हुआ है, सेम नहीं है, रेशियो दिया हुआ है 9:10, देखिए हैं, रेशियो दिया हुआ है 9:10, मतलब अगर इफ हियर they print 9 y books, then here they would print 10 y books, 9:10, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे अगर 9 किताबें प्रिंट होगी तो यहाँ पे 10 किताबें, यहाँ पे अगर 18 किताबें प्रिंट होगी तो यहाँ पे 20, दैट वे, यस। या ओके, आप सॉल्व करने जा रहे थे, अच्छा मतलब इक्वेट करने जा रहे थे दोनों को, रेशियो भूल गए थे क्या? हाँ ठीक है, so here what you have to do is the ratio is given to us as 9:10, okay, so now you can obviously use any means to get the answer, right? Fastest way would be to assign the answer choice, yes. So what do we know? Work is nothing but number of printers into number of hours worked, correct? So x minus 1 into x plus 1, yes, this is equal to so okay, so this would make 9 books, yes, and this would give us 10 books, correct? So 9:10 ratio set ho gaya, that is what x plus 2 into x minus 1, got it? So you can always, yeah, again that's what I'm saying, so instead of doing this directly, just answer choice assign kar dijiye, right? Just assign the answer choice. So here what you need is a method that will help you get the answer and not get you involved in equations, yes. If you solve it with equations also, you will be able to get it, right? So here what would happen, 10x plus 10 would be equal to 9x plus 18, yes, 10x plus 10 should be equal to 9x plus 18, or in other words x would be what, 8, got it? यहाँ पे x minus 1 you can cancel them, yeah. So this is how you apply ratio, right? This is how you apply ratio. Do you see what has been done here, right? Here, if you can directly assign the value, right? Directly assign 8. Yes, if you assign 8, what will happen? You would have 8 minus 1, that is 7, into 8 plus 1, that is 8. So 7 into 8, yes, this is what? 9 parts of something, correct? And 8 plus 2, that is 10. And this is 7 into 10, my bad. X minus 1, x plus 1, barabar hai. 7 into 9. 7 into 9 is 9 parts, and the other side, what do you have? You have, these are not equal to, this is the ratio. On the other end, what do you have? You have x plus 2, x minus 1, that is 10 into 7. This is 10 parts. So if you see, yes, this matches, right? 7 common ho gaya, 9:10 ratio is maintained. This is my answer. Got it? Yeah. So what you have to make sure is the ratio is maintained towards the end as well. Yes. If I check with 10, if I were to check with 10, then what would happen? I would get what? 9 into 11. 9 into 11. Yeah, 9 into 11. This should be 9 parts, which means the other side should be a multiple of 11, right? There should be some 11 something. Yes. Or it should be 10 into something, whatever, right? There should be 11 into something, but if you see on the other side, what would we have? We would have x plus 2, that is 12, and x minus 1, that is 9. So yahi pe you can let it go, right? Yahan pe into 11 hona chahiye, nahi hai. Do you get it? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Hemant, 7 into 9. What are you talking about? 7 into 9 ratio, is that what we're still stuck at? Yes, so you can always use equations. Equations to hai as a last resort, but especially when it comes to ratios, right? Because you would always have something to compare, something to check. Yes, so you can depend upon reverse mathematics also, reverse engineering also, right? Substitute the answer and you would get. Yes. Okay, so are you guys ready for another challenge? Yes, it's been a while. Are you guys ready for another challenge? हाँ अच्छा, चैलेंज के पहले पानी पी लेते हैं, ऑफ कोर्स, राइट? चैलेंज के पहले पानी पी लेते हैं. यस. Yeah. Are you guys ready for another challenge? Yes. Yeah. Now the conditions of challenge is very simple, right? You should not there are no lifelines. Yes, you should not take help of a friend, of a relative, of internet. That's majorly, right? Google bhaiya ka help nahi lena hai, right? Without that, let's see if you have the answer. Hemant, oh, okay. Earlier I wrote it wrong. Got it. Great. Thanks for it. Yeah, are you all ready? Yes. Now, whoever gives the right answer, right? Whoever gives the right answer with explanation. Yeah, whoever gives the right answer with explanation, special salute to you guys towards the end, right? You all ready? Here we go. Read the challenge, read it carefully. Yes, I'll explain it to you also if you want. Whoever gives the right answer first, yes, that person would be the smartest CAT aspirant ever. Yes, at least in our batch, our group. Yeah. Yes, so here's the challenge. Earlier we saw 3 bulbs, 3 switches, which is okay. But this time we are taking up a notch. Yes, there are 100 bulbs in a room and there are 100 switches. But the key here is what? These switches are inside the room only. Yes. So this particular challenge is nothing similar to the previous one that we saw, right? It's completely different. So 100 bulbs in a room, 100 switches in the room. Yes. Each bulb is connected to a switch in the same order. So if the 100 switches are like this, right? So let's put them, number them as 1, 2, 3, 4. These are for the bulbs. Yes, all the way till 100. Okay. And the other things would be what? The switches, right? So the switches would be 1, 2, 3, all the way, right? So here it is clear, it is known that all these bulbs are, so first bulb is connected to the first switch, second bulb is connected to the second switch, third bulb is connected to the third switch. That's not the question here. The question here is what? If the first student comes in, right? So there are 100 bulbs in an auditorium, let's assume, right? There are students coming in, right? The first student comes in, he turns on every switch and runs outside. Yes, वो क्या करता है? सब switch को on करके चला जाता है, right? The first guy comes, turns on all the switches, runs off. The second guy comes, he turns or he touches all even switches. What do I mean by even switches? Every second switch. And by touch I mean what? Touch basically means if a switch is on, he will turn it off or she will turn it off. Yes. If the switch is off, then he or she will turn it on. Are you able to understand? This is the key here, right? So if I am the second guy, what I will do is I will touch every second switch. If the switch is on, I'll turn it off. If the switch is off, I will turn it on. Opposite करके चला जाऊंगा. Third student comes, he touches every third switch, sixth switch, ninth switch, so on. Yes. The question is what? When the 100th student leaves the room, how many bulbs will be glowing? How many bulbs would be glowing is the question. Yes. Think carefully before answering. Okay. Fastest finger first है, but then right answer के लिए, गलत answer के लिए नहीं. Yes. So Dinesh says 100, Jagrati says 100, Madan says 100, Girish says 100. Now people are retracting it. Prem says 100. 100 switches कैसे on रहेंगे? How would 100 switches be on? This is the key, right? This is the key. Yes. Think. I'll give you a minute's time. 1 minute's time. Think, come up with an answer. Okay, Ritesh, 100 होगा कैसे? How would 100 switches be on? Hemant. So what happens here is not only 3 students. Like that 100 students come. Yes, ऐसे करके 100 students आते हैं, right? So if the first student comes, what he does? First, second, third, fourth, fifth, सब on करके चला जाता है. On. Okay. Everything turned on, leaves off. Okay, everything is turned on by the first guy. Second guy comes, he touches every second switch. Matlab if he touches this switch, it is already on, matlab now it will be off. Fourth switch already on, it will be off. This guy will turn it off. Sixth switch already on, turn it off. Eighth switch already on, turn it off. ऐसे करके 100th switch already on, turn it off. Now when the third guy comes, he will do what? He will touch only the third switches, right? So third switch is on, he will turn it off. Sixth switch is what? Off. So what will this guy do? He will turn it on. Ninth switch will be on, so he will turn it off. 12th switch will be off, he will turn it on. ऐसे करके fourth guy. ऐसे 100 people come. So when the 100th student leave, how many bulbs will be glowing? Yes, here is the question. Yeah. Karan, yeah. So third student, yes, but बाद में fourth भी आएगा, fifth भी आएगा, sixth भी आएगा, right? There are 100 students like that. Yes. Shilpa, Rishika, what do you mean by one? Which one? First वाला? Okay, Nikki says 30, Nitin says 50, no. Jagrati says 1, no. No. Okay, the right answer was first given by Vijay and Astha. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. 10 is the right answer. 10 bulbs will be glowing. Yes, correct. But what is the logic here? What is the logic? Nahi, nahi. No Shilpa, no Jagrati, no Girish. Not only the first one. First one on rahega, I agree. First one chalu rahega, of course. But first one is not the only bulb that will be on. Yes, correct, correct, Vijay. Superb, superb. So Vijay has given the explanation as well. Yes, how about others? विभोर नहीं, सिर्फ दो नहीं ऑन रहेंगे. कौन से दो? Which two bulbs? Hemant, no, not 17. 10 is my right answer. 10 is my right answer. 10 bulbs will be on, of course. Yes. Okay. So I'll tell you which ones, right? Vijay has said perfect squares. Asta is also saying perfect squares, but why? Why perfect squares? What is the logic behind it? 1 will be on, 4 will be on, 9 will be on, 16 would be on, 15th bulb would be on, sorry, 25th bulb would be on, 36th, 49th, 64th, 81st, and 100th. These would be the bulbs that will be on. But why? Why perfect squares? Yeah, so if you notice, right, the bulbs that touch the students that touch these bulbs, right, the student that touches this bulb, yes, should be a factor of that number. Have you noticed? For example, let's take the 20th bulb. Okay, who and all will be touching the 20th bulb? The first guy will turn it on, the second guy will turn it off, the fourth guy will turn it on, the fifth guy will turn it off, the 10th guy will turn it on. Yes, after that, the 20th guy would turn it off. Correct? So, can I say 20's factors are 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, and 20? Not 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20? Yes. Yeah. So now it depends upon the number of factors, right? It depends upon the number of factors. Yes. Now see here, it started with on, it ended with off. Yes, which means what do we want? We want the number of factors, or the number of times the switch is touched should be odd. Correct? So पहले off था, off से 1 ने on किया. So odd number of times what happens? The switch gets turned on. See, first time on, third time on, fifth time on, which means we need odd number of factors. Yes, odd, not odd factors, odd number of factors. Yes, odd number of factors. And perfect squares are the only ones that will have odd number of factors. Why? Because they would have one less number. जैसे कि let's take example 16. Okay, what are the factors of 16? There's 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. Correct? So if we were to make pairs, 1 and 16 is 16, 2 and 8 is 16, but 4 has to be multiplied with itself. 4 अकेला रह गया, right? So odd number of factors. So any switch that has odd number of factors will be turned on. Yes, that's the logic here. Yeah. Great. Superb, superb, Vibhor. Yes. Correct, Vijay. Yes, the number of factors. Yes, great. Yeah. Great, great. Okay, superb. Amazing, guys. Amazing. Beautiful. Yeah. So this is the end of today's session. Yes, I hope you guys have learned something and also you've enjoyed it. Yes, before leaving the session, please do not forget to hit like. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. In tomorrow's session, what we'll be doing is hardcore CAT questions, right? From previous 3 years, right? 2017, 18, and 19. We'll be choosing questions from there that are related to ratios and proportions, and we'll be answering those questions in tomorrow's sessions. Yes, tomorrow, same time, 6:30 p.m. I will see you here at YouTube. Yes, And before you start leaving, if you're planning on joining a community, this is the place to be. Yes, download your Telegram app, type in this URL, tinyurl.com/Unacademy chat. You will be automatically added to the group. Yes, I am also a part of Telegram. I'm a part of this group as well. I'm one of the admins. But if you want to have a chat with me one-on-one, you can do that. My Telegram ID is Amit_Surana with A and S capital. Yes, this is my Telegram ID. And if you're planning on following me on Instagram, we can have a quick casual conversation there as well. Then my Instagram ID is Surana Live. Yes, great. I'm hoping to have a conversation with some of you. I've been already having some with some of you. Yes, but I hope we start doing it. Yeah, even better. Great. So if you're planning on taking the subscription, guys, then please consider it. Yes, the benefits here are way beyond, right? Way beyond the investment that you're making, right? Moreover, it's not even an expense, it's an investment. Yes. So apart from the live classes and the interaction that you have with me, there is also live polls and leaderboard that will help you understand where you are, and also a test series and its analysis. Yes, that means multiple test series are there. Yes, you can take the test and it will not only just help you get the right answers or wrong answers, but there's a good analysis of it as well. Something that is very important for people who are into practicing. Yes. And I usually say this that apart from basic mathematical knowledge, to be able to answer questions from CAT QA, you have to have number two, you have to have what? Idea on shortcuts, strategies, statistics, different approaches, different perspectives. Yes, which I will be giving you. But the third thing, the most important thing, and not most important thing, but equally important thing is what? Practice. Yes. So you have to ensure that you practice, you take up a lot of mock tests, you take up a lot of test series. Yes. And that could be possible if you take up the plus. And the best part about this, the total worth of your money is live doubt clearing session. So a lot of you have been asking me questions on Telegram. Yes, and I've been able to help them as well, but then I cannot do that on a live basis. Yes, I'll either have to write it and send a picture, or I'll have to type in the answer and do it. Yes, but if you are looking for your doubts to be cleared live, whenever any number of times you have a question, you have a doubt, you can always ask and get it cleared as well, as in live doubt clearing sessions. Yes. So all you have to do is what? Download the Unacademy's learning app, install it, go for the plus for CAT. If you have any friends, relatives who are planning on taking other courses, you can suggest them other ones as well, right? Get the subscription. Yes, if you look at the price, right, the price is less than 1,500 a month, which is, to be frank, purely affordable. Yes, so affordable that you can actually manage this on your own, right? You wouldn't even require any special investment or anything. As an added advantage, of going to the plus, taking the plus subscription, because Amit Surana had suggested you, all you have to do is what? Use the code Surana Live. Yes, Surana is my last name. So Surana Live, if you use, you will get an additional 10% discount on it as well. Apart from the discount that you're getting, you'd get an additional 10% discount, right? Now you know that if you prepare for CAT, right? You know that if you prepare for CAT, you are not only preparing for CAT, you are also preparing for every other exam that is in the same line. Yes, you can prepare for that, you can prepare for MAT, you can prepare for NMAT, you can prepare for SNAP, you can prepare for you can prepare for everything that is in the same line. Yes, also the concepts are very similar to the ones on GRE, very similar to the ones on GMAT as well, which means you would not only, so this price that you pay is not only for CAT, but is also for everything that is a part of it. Yes. So any test that has aptitude as a specific round, yes, quantitative aptitude, verbal aptitude, LR, DI, whatever, you'd still be benefited from this. Yes, so this would be the one-stop place for you. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. Today's session was very interesting. Thank you for all your inputs. Yes, thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Vibhor. Great, मजेदार सेशन था. Yes. Today we went a little light because कल थोड़ा सा hardcore जाएंगे CAT questions पे, right? So I will see you tomorrow, guys. Yes, 6:30 p.m. on the dot. थोड़ा सा time पे आने का try करिए guys, so that you don't miss out on any questions. Yes. Thank you very much. Do not forget to like this video. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon. Share this with your friends. Share this with your followers. Yes. Do not forget to use the hashtag #CatLifeDaily. My name is Amit Surana. I will see you tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Until then, good night. Have a great evening and tomorrow the rest of the day. See you guys. Bye bye.